We have arrived here in Watsonville, California at the Ocean Speedway, and tonight we are going to be getting our 2022 sprint car season underway in the red and black 18T. Welcome back to today's video. Happy to be opening up a sprint car vlog. We have not been running for, last 5 or 6 months during the winter time, been doing cage kart racing, trying to keep our skills sharp, and now we are finally back in the sprint car, and we also have some beautiful weather here in California. Now the Ocean Speedway tonight, my second ever time racing here. This place is a pretty small, tight, and fast bull ring. You never really know what to expect. Some nights it gets really, really slick, develops a huge curb up where I'm standing, and other nights it can be really fast, choppy, and there's a lot of really good weekly competition here. So we are going to be getting it all underway, head back to the pit area and have the pit meeting in about 15 minutes. Then we're going to be going into engine heat, hot laps, and qualifying. Just hoping to have a great consistent night to start our season, work out any bugs with the new car, and have some fun.
By the cushion, you cheat it a little bit and run it. It's still wet. So, and then make sure, a couple on the top and on the bottom.
My first laps at full speed in the new car actually went pretty good. Got to hot lap there, and we just did group qualifying. 27 360s on tap in Watsonville tonight. Really strong field of cars. Went out mid-pack, and right now we are currently sitting 9th. Carly, how would you describe the track tonight so far?
3 and 4 is pretty rough. 1 and 2, it looked a little bumpy, and I think we had the car just a tiny bit tight. But
a little bit tight.
Track's not too bad.
I told you guys you never really know what to expect here, but it's actually maybe shaping up to be a really good surface, so we'll keep you updated on that. Love how the new car looked on track. Felt good behind the wheel. Looks like we have a couple more guys left to qualify, so we're gonna go up and watch and keep you updated if we get bumped down anymore. Right now for me, it was just kind of trying to get comfortable as quick as I could. Watsonville's a place I have very minimal experience, only one night of racing here, and smaller tracks sometimes is where we're really trying to nail our setup, and I'm trying to be a little bit better behind the wheel. So this is gonna be some great practice tonight. Got a really solid lap there for going out when we did, and should set us up for a good night. race is now completed. The racetrack is, it's going a direction I didn't think it was gonna go, but I maybe should have expected it. Ocean Speedway, it's in the name. We're not far from the coast, and so kind of the moisture in the air and the cool temperatures and all that has a huge effect on this racetrack. When the sun was out, it seemed like it was starting to go away and get slick. Then we watched our first heat race, and we were in the third, so we had a chance just to see. And with some of the other classes, it's almost like it turned over some of the material and it started to bring the grip back, and it narrowed the racetrack back up. Instead of, you know, trying to be up by the curb on the very outside, a lot of guys were fighting for the bottom. So we immediately decided to free up our race car starting on the front row next to Bud Kading. And I knew if I could get a good jump, I might be able to carry some momentum on the outside into the first corner, but just didn't nail my initial start. I needed to just be a little bit more on it. Got caught in a hesitant spot as I started to go, and then I stopped, and just because he hadn't went yet and I didn't want to jump. But so live and learn, you know, that's just a mistake that you need to try to X out. Racetrack though behind us, as I mentioned, very narrow, pretty fast, a little bit rough. Made a couple mistakes, but in the middle part of my heat race, I felt like when I was, you know, putting together solid laps, I was really, really good, but didn't want to go too high in 1 and 2. It's rough, and it's almost like there's like, I call them craters. Literally, I can't even describe the holes on the top side, which make it very difficult to enter that corner. But anyway, started second, ran second. I think that'll line us up mid-pack for the A-main event. So now all we can try to do is get our race car, you know, better and move forward. Check out this mess I got here of tear-offs. So I had some of the wrong ones, and then I had some of the right ones, and basically I'm trying to get prepared for the A-main event. That hole I talked about in 1 and 2, they just went out and tried to attempt to fix it with the grader, and I think it kind of did some work. You know, they just tried to move material to fill it in. And all the video and photos I took didn't really do it justice. Like, unless you're out there and you watch a car in front of you go through it, or you go through it yourself, you can really tell. But it definitely dips down, and it's gonna throw a curveball into all the drivers' hands tonight. They just ran the dash. So we got a chance to see some of the fast guys and how they were kind of running. It looks like they're running a little bit lower in 1 and 2, and 3 and 4. They have a little bit more room to move around. So we're gonna put a bunch of tear-offs on tonight. I think it's gonna be all about keeping our car free and surviving and just trying to roll around the racetrack as we all get spread out until we can really start running hard. Well, 30 laps ahead of us here at the Ocean Speedway for our first race of 2022. Feeling good, rolling off from the 9th starting spot. Just finished up all of our adjustments. Racetrack's still pretty fast. A lot of these, you know, the smaller tired race cars, I feel like are turning that material, which I mentioned earlier. But once we get out there with our large field, I think the track has potential to change. So we're gonna have to stay on top of that as it happens. Overall though, feeling good with our package, feeling good with our race car, and I think it's gonna be about, you know, survival and trying to run the best race we can, like always, to try and move forward towards the top 5 and all the guys running up front. Let's head out.
finished, dude. Nice
Thank you.
Good.
It was like my best shot at going for third off that corner when he messed up, so I was not paying attention as much as my foot was in the gas.
Did you clip the tire?
I think I did. I had to.
I thought you clipped the tire.
I can't believe it held on. I for sure thought I knocked the front end out.
Thank God for steel radius rods.
Comes off the ocean, and the ocean's only anywhere from
Well, first race night of 2022 complete, 9th to 4th and +5 for the 18T. Nick, how would you describe Ocean tonight? I mean, it was...
Hook up, cowboy up, brand new Ocean. Everyone here do they have a good track.
Yeah.
We are like seeing AT&T not come down here that much, and
We don't come to Ocean much, and last time we were here, let's be real, I was not that good, and the smaller tracks can kind of be my enemy in a way, but tonight we really just tried to keep our carts where we could pretty much run anywhere, try to keep it to where we weren't getting too tight. You know, a lot of guys out there early on, especially with the fuel load, if you can't get through the ruts and you can't get going, you just lose too many spots. So for us, we kind of went on the gambling side of trying to be as free as possible. And early on, didn't really pass a lot of cars, but once I got going, maybe around lap 10, and some of the guys in front of me got into traffic, I was able to drive through the holes, drive under them, drive above them, wherever I could to kind of keep my momentum up. Now, Nick and I will be moving on to Stockton Dirt Track tomorrow. We both got our 24-hour roadside assistance hats on. He gave me that earlier, but fun night here at Ocean, Nick's home track, and like I said, moving on to tomorrow, and a great way to start our season with the top 5. Well, I showed you guys the surface at the beginning of the night, and realistically, it doesn't look that much different here at the end. Racetrack had a lot of grip. We're standing on entry to turn 3 here at Ocean, and no matter really where you ran, whether you were trying to go up high, go down low, you had to drive the race car really hard, and also, you know, try to go around the bumps and, you know, keep your car on all 4 tires and keep as much momentum up as possible. That was really the name of the game, as well as some lap traffic throughout the race, which was really gnarly. A lot of them were running down low, so you had to really change up your line and, you know, make some close calls, and that was really where a lot of the spots were decided. The only thing I'm a little bit frustrated about is I really think I could have ran third. I had a golden opportunity to go by my buddy Max Mitri, who was 1 spot ahead of me with just a couple laps to go, and I hit one of those infield tractor tires, and luckily it didn't knock my front end out. I thought it maybe would bend the axle or even disconnect the shock, and then the car would not drive good at all, but I saw the opportunity, so I got too much on the gas and was not paying attention to where my front end was, because I just knew that that was my only shot if I really wanted to advance one more position. But nonetheless, 9th to 4th, Brian Crockett had the 18T on rails. We were able to drive anywhere and drive by some really fast cars. So to run top 5 here after how we ran last time definitely feels good. Big thanks though to our crew, On-Site Screeners, Next Gen Def, Carson Oil, Lafarge North America, Pit Stop USA, Earth It Environmental, QRC, as well as Fast 4 Media, Bullseye Design and Print, and ABC Powder Coating for their support. We are now going to change engines, get the 410 in, and be ready for the KWS season opener tomorrow at Stockton. Can't wait to bring you guys along with us for the rest of our weekend and our journey throughout 2022. Deuces.